And I want to bring up one more person here because with everybody that's had something to say, I thought a paisan would be a nice way to end before we bring Hank up. Al DeGenarro, where are you? There he is. There he comes.
Thank you, Stan.
Oh, gotta go?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Love Fest is over now because I've known Hank for 30 years, and what I learned about Hank is his saying, and that is, to walk on water, you gotta know where the rocks are. Well, having known Hank for 30 years, I know where the rocks are, and I'm going to tell you a couple of the rocks about Hank. First of all, when I met him, not only was every man rock, every woman was rockette. And he didn't have to remember anyone's names. But really, the story that went around the courthouse, Joe, was the reason why Hank got promoted and became a county detective was because he broke up the fight or you were getting your ass kicked. And that's why you but, you know, Hank has mastered the interviewing techniques that would make Johnny Carson blush. He's been doing the Hank Cisco show for a number of years, and Rudy Giuliani was coming here for a fundraiser for Rick Santorum, and I happened to participate in it. And Hank, the extraordinary interviewer that he is, wanted to get a national celebrity or national elected official, and he said, Al, you know, can you get me to interview Giuliani? So I called Santorum's guy and I said, Rock, you got 5 minutes. Now, if anyone knows Hank Cisco, he can't ask a question in 5 minutes. In fact, he can't ask a question. It's usually a story that's mixed in with a question. So Mayor Giuliani, at the end of the event, comes walking through, and it's all time for Hank to go there and ask him a couple of questions. John Doyle's there. John, were you there, I think?
I was.
And here's Hank with the question. Hey, Mayor Giuliani, I'm from Brooklyn, I boxed, I did this, I did 5 minutes, there's not a single question. Okay, Hank, thank you very much, the mayor walks out. There's not, it's the shortest interview ever conducted of an elected official. And actually, my friend Mike Marsh, who left and came back, see the real trick to getting Hank to like you is help him get his picture in the paper, help him get his name in the paper, or help him get some kind of recognition. Is there anybody in the press here tonight that can report about all these proclamations? Because if not, Hank will write the press release and he'll send it over to you, Stan. We'll probably sit that way, right, Rock? And honestly, as far as the ambassador is concerned, Hank, tell the truth. You knew you were the only ambassador. You were one of these guys that give you a plaque tonight, recognizing that, right? Right. But when Mike Marsh left, it really brought out the true color of Hank, because his last article before he left and came back was, I met this guy, and he's a wonderful man, but the thing he likes most about himself and about what he does in the community, he does a lot of good in the community, but he likes to read his name in the paper. So Mike's final column, about 8 lines, was Hank Cisco, Hank Cisco, Hank Cisco, Hank Cisco. Remember that, Hank? Right? So a couple other remarks. The 90th birthday also has some significance because Hank's had his name in the paper at least 90 times. Hank's had his picture in the paper at least 90 times. Hank solicited every one of us here at least 90 times for something, right? And he'll do it at least another 90 more times. But seriously, he's a good man, and I'm going to conclude my remarks in the only way Hank would like it. Hank Cisco, Hank Cisco, Hank Cisco, Hank Cisco.